formation of image using spherical mirrors. As you can see, we need to follow a few rules so that we are able to get the images formed by the convex and the concave mirrors. Let us see them in detail. The first rule: when ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passes through the focus. As you can see on the screen, if it is a concave mirror or a convex mirror, the ray of light that is parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus in case of concave mirror, whereas in case of convex mirror, the ray of light parallel to the principal axis reflects away from the mirror in such a way that it seems to appear from the focus. Second rule: when ray of light passes through the center of curvature, it gets reflected back along the same path, or we can say the light ray retraces its path if it passes through the center of curvature. Similarly, in case of a convex mirror, the ray of light going towards the center of curvature is reflected back along the same path. The very opposite of the first rule, that is, if light ray passes through the focus and reaches the mirror, in case of concave mirror, after reflection it passes parallel to the principal axis. And if it is a convex mirror, after reflection the ray of light going towards the focus comes parallel to the principal axis. And finally, the fourth rule, which is also dependent on the rule on reflection of light, that is, a ray of light which is incident at the pole is reflected back, making the same angle with the principal axis. That is, it follows the law of reflection of light. In this case, it is similar for both concave as well as convex mirrors. Now we have seen that there are four rules that are to be used for the formation of image using spherical mirrors. We need to remember one thing, that we need to follow at least two rules so that we are able to get the position of the image formed. Let us see how the images are formed when objects are placed at different positions from the mirror. If the object is placed at infinity, the image formed is determined by the reflected ray that coincides with the other ray. As you can see, in case of concave mirror, the parallel beam of light which falls on the concave mirror after reflection passes through the focus, and you can see that there are two rays that are being drawn here parallel to the principal axis that reach the mirror and after reflection pass through the focus of the mirror, and this shows that the image is formed at the focus. So here we need to understand that the position of the image is the position where the two reflected ray go and coincide. This holds good even for the convex mirrors. As you can see, if the object is placed at infinity, the parallel beam of ray gets diverged, but it appears to come from the focus, and hence we say that the image is formed behind the mirror or inside the mirror, and the position is supposed to be at focus. The image so got in case of concave mirror is at focus and is of point sized. If it is a concave mirror, the image is real and inverted, whereas in case of convex mirror, it is virtual and erect. Now we bring the object closer to the concave mirror. As we bring closer to the concave mirror, let us see if it is placed beyond C, then the image from the position beyond C falls in between the C and F position in the principal axis. As you can see in the screen, the ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus, and the second ray is drawn through the center of curvature that reaches the mirror and then retraces its path. And both the reflected ray, they coincide at the point in between C and F where the image is formed. And so we say that the position of the image is between F and C, and it is diminished when compared to the object. It is real and inverted. Similarly, following the rules of the formation of image, we move further saying that the object is placed at C. This position is very important because we get the object and image of the same size, and the position of the object and the image remains the same here. As you can see that the image of the object placed at C is formed at C itself. And so we say that the image is of same size and is real and inverted. As we bring the object closer to the mirror, we find that the image moves away from the mirror. Also, you will notice that the image size keeps on increasing. Here, if we place the object between C and F, we find that the image is formed beyond C and is enlarged, real and inverted. Moving the object towards the focus now, we find that we get almost a parallel ray of light after reflection, and we say that the position of the image is somewhere at infinity. The size of the image is highly enlarged and it is real and inverted. Now comes the position of the image behind the mirror. This is the only position that you get the image behind the mirror, and the image is supposed to be virtual and erect, whereas in all other cases it remains real and inverted. And so if we place the object between F and P, we get a virtual image that is formed behind the mirror, and this is the one that is used by the dentists who keep the mirror very close to the teeth to get virtual enlarged image of the teeth for their convenience in diagnostics. So we shall see the summary of the formation of image that we saw till now. As you can see, we are placing the object at different positions right from infinity and moving it towards the mirror such a way that the object is placed between the pole of the mirror and the focus of the mirror. And as we move the object from the infinity towards the mirror, we note down the nature of the image, the size and position of the image, and we get a summary of the one that you can see here. Similarly, following the rules for the formation of the image, we can draw the images that we get using convex mirror. But here we need to remember one thing, that a convex mirror is a divergent mirror, and so we need to draw dotted lines backward to get the position of the image. And with that we understand that in a convex mirror, however we keep the object in whichever distance, the image always is virtual and erect. Shall we see how? If you place the object in front of the mirror at any positions between infinity and the pole of the mirror, you will see that the image is formed behind the mirror. If the object is at infinity, the image formed is at focus. Actually, the divergent nature of the convex mirror tells us that the image is appearing to be formed at F and is virtual and erect. Similarly, if we place the object anywhere between infinity and pole of the mirror, we find that the image is formed behind the mirror between the pole and the focus of the mirror, and the image properties are diminished, virtual and erect. For a convex mirror, only these two positions are taken into consideration, as there are only these two positions that make changes in the size of the image formed. This characteristic of the convex mirror is helpful in using it as a mirror for safety purpose as well as for the rear view mirror. To summarize on the image formed using convex mirror, we can see that at infinity, if we place the object, we get a virtual and erect image, as well as even if the object is placed between infinity and P, the virtual and erect image remains the same. Whereas for a concave mirror, it is not so. So we need to follow the rules for the formation of image so that we are able to arrive at conclusions as we have got here for the convex and the concave mirror. You need to practice these rules one by one so that you are confirmed with how the images are formed. These images that we have received now can also be done using numerical calculations. We shall see how to do these calculations in the next video.